All right, let's get it, dude. So this is it. This is it. This is it. So 100 racks to Zcash. Why? Because Zcash is the trender. Will it go down? Absolutely. At some point, everyone will get liquidated. So this is a very dangerous game, but you like dangerous games. I do too. So let's go ahead and play it, dude. Be careful out there. This is not financial advice. I am no better than you. I don't know anything more than you. Maybe if I've been in algo trading longer, sure, I've discovered some things that you might not know yet, but you're a human like me. I'm a human like you. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So today I am going to give AI agents $100,000 position sizes on Zcash. Zcash simply because it is trending. I don't care about Zcash. Privacy is cool. I like the encrypted Bitcoin thing, whatever. But I'm more about just trading whatever's where the volume is. So my thought process here is this. I want to do a few of these challenges. Okay. So let me explain the challenge. And um, essentially, what I want to do here is I want to do a couple of these AI agents trading, and maybe I'll help them a little bit. We'll have like 6 agents plus Moondive. So it'll be like a prop shop with agents making most of the decisions. Okay. So they're going to be making most of the decisions. I want to do like 5 tests of this. So I don't know if they'll be a week or a month each, but I want to do 5 tests of I'll put real money on the line, win or lose. I'll document it here live. I'll do it live. I'll build everything live. I'll put most of the stuff as open source in the GitHub. And then from there, I want to test to see how agents trade. And then in a few months, a couple months from now, I want to go ahead and then switch it up and build only bots, no AI. Because I think a lot of people right now are like, oh, AI is so sick. It can just trade for you, make $1 billion. So let's see that first. Let's spend a couple months just building agent stuff, agents trading, asking LLMs to do this or that. Obviously, I'm going to do a little bit more sophisticated. I'm going to put a couple more ideas into it so they're not just blindly saying this or that. I don't think that's going to work very well. So I'm going to do this a few times. Make sure to subscribe, and we're going to test this. I'm going to document, okay, how do agents trade? A swarm of agents, whether that's 1, 2, 5, or 6, how do they trade versus just regular trading bots with no AI? So for this first, I don't know, couple months here, we're going to go ahead and build the agent stuff. So probably till the end of the year, and I'm going to document it. I'll probably lose some money. You can see the balance is 10K right now. I'll probably lose some money, but I'm just trying to jinx myself. Let's see how these agents do. So you can see here, Binance funding position. Okay, so let's go ahead here and say, go ahead and remove the ZEC dash Moondev and just have it say Moondev, and then a space between that and Binance funding and Hyperliquid funding, and then another line break between those and the balance and position. And just make it Binance funding HL funding. No need to put yearly. No need for the yearly. What's up, fam? Good to see you. 777. Lose it and learn why. The LMs can't trade well. LOL. Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. 777, Anna. Good to see you. The bootcamp is making me stronger in the back testing every day. I'm tearing through the data and I'm a data dog. I say that hat and I'm only 5 days in. Nice, fam. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to do here. Um, let's see here. I think I want to pull these in and change these out. So let's go to a new folder here. So I got my code here, and I'm gonna say new folder. I'm gonna call it Zcash. Put that in there. Actually, do I want to call it Zcash? No, let's keep it how it is now. Okay, so I'm just gonna run these files though from here because I'm running them from somewhere else actually. Here they are. This is the first one, tape ZEC, copy tape ZEC, copy path. Wishy bet that the AIs are gonna lose all my money. That's Wishy's bet. Okay, okay. Tape Z easy big. Okay, copy path. And I'm not gonna do it how everybody else does it. I'm sorry. I don't believe that they're gonna just be able to print money. So I want to give them at least. I think the important part is the data you put in. Your AIs are only as good as the data you put in. Yo, can you smash the? Can you throw a 1 in the chat if you can see the top left where it shows the balance, HL funding, etc. Throw a 1 in the chat if you can see that. No position, it says. Perfect. Okay, we got liquidations right here. So this is going to be Zcash only. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Can you guys see that? 1, 1. Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Wishy. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and this here, we want to make this tape big. ZEC tape big. ZEC tape. It says tape ZEC big hyperliquid. So copy path here. Okay, beautiful. And then I can see all the trades on hyperliquid. I'm going to move this one a little bit because damn, I want to see this too though. There's too much. I have too much data. My data dog. I need to see this a little bigger because my odds are low. My odds is low. Let's move that there. You can see that. Okay. So I just want to get all this data right because if I'm going to give these AI agents, I'm not going to do what anybody else is doing. I'm sorry. I'm not going to just say, hey, AI agents trade for me. I'm going to say, hey, AI agents, here's the data you can look at. Can you make a decision based off of this? What's that data going to be? I'm a data dog. You'll have to see. So this is Python, Zcash. This is regular Elixir. Okay. Okay, I'll get that Zcash licks there. And these are the overall licks. These are all the Zcash trades here. Okay, so I can see all the trades on Zcash, first off. Beautiful. So already off to a good start. Other people are not looking at all the trades. Okay. So my agents are going to be looking at every single big trade on Binance and Hyperliquid. Why? Because those are the two big exchanges. There's another one that I'm missing out on. Two of them, Bybit and OKX, but I think having half of them is good to start. We'll see. You can see the balance here, 10 racks. And this will be an interesting kind kind of challenge, I guess. Like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like 5 of these. So, um, you know, I'm gonna do 5 AI challenges here over the next few months. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And my I'm a scientist, right? I'm a data doc. My hypothesis is, well, I need to formulate my hypothesis more, but what I'm testing, I want to see what AI, how AI can trade versus just regular bots. No AI decision. Because I have a hypothesis that AIs aren't, they obviously, okay. I guess my hypothesis is this: it's AIs can't trade, just sending to LLMs saying, hey, buy or sell. But my hypothesis is that they can trade if you give them some sort of algorithm or trading bot to look at, like data and strategy. So the way I'm going to test that is I'm going to do this for a couple months, different challenges here, and we'll see how they do, and I'll just track everything. And then in a few months from now, I'll go ahead and do the inverse where it's like, okay, now we're not doing any AI. The difference is it's like, okay, you have 6 of us traders. I'm gonna use 6 AIs for now. The difference of bots and the way I'm setting this up is I'm gonna have I could have just trading bots trade for me, right? I could just run them, no AI. But what I'm testing is some of those ideas with an AI consensus on top of it. So we'll see. For example, I can trade by hand here, right? I could sit here and trade. Or I could have agents kind of looking over my shoulder. I have a risk agent, I have a volume agent, I got a funding agent, I got all these different agents that are looking at different parts of the market. And you can kind of build out a low-key quant firm, right? So I just want to see if I could do that. But I don't want to do it the regular way where it's just like, hey, LLM, buy or sell. I think that's just too elementary. And if that worked, then everybody would be doing it already. But we'll see. Throw a 777 in the chat if you're locked in and you're prepared for the next couple months to watch this journey and you want to see it. If you do want to see it, just let me know with the 777. I will I'll just keep building. Keep building. The committee, exactly, Anna. We'll see though, I just think it's cool. Like what I'm trying to do is emulate a quant firm. That's it. And I'll see how they do over the next few months. And then let's see if it is better or worse than the next few months where I'll just do regular quant. Or it's just bots you build. No committee. There you go. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so what else do we need here? Well, I've got a long list of things I want to build before these even take a trade, because I want to make sure that I'm not doing it just the regular old boring way. I'm sorry if you want that old boring way. But no way, no way. Okay, so you can see the balance now. You can see the Binance funding, HL funding. You can see the liquidations. All right, so what I want to do here is this. That's beautiful. Okay, so I got tape underscore ZC underscore big underscore hyperliquid. I've also got tape underscore ZC underscore big. One is hyperliquid big trades, one is Binance big trades. I need you to update them in order to save the last X variable amount of data in a CSV. So later, our AI agents can understand that CSV. These are all the big trades for ZEC, Zcash. And if I can spot all the big trades, then I can spot where the traders' levels are. And my AI agents will be able to have an edge before they even make a decision. So for now, we'll have it as 4 hours that you are saving all that data for. The reason we're not doing more than 4 hours is because we don't want that CSV to explode because there's a lot of trades and it'll get too big. So I don't know how you'll do this, but if it's, yeah, you'll only save up to 4 hours. I don't know if you have to, you'll put a reset or something, but you'll figure that out. So both those files, and then make a data folder and save the data in there. Okay, beautiful. So I'm just going to go piece by piece here. Got a bunch of ideas to keep these guys a little safer. This is Zcash right here. And this is what they finna be trading. That is so sick. The Moon Quant Firm, thank you. That's far. What's up, Taxi? How are you, dude? 777, Lenny, good to see you, bro. Okay, so we only have one Claude code going right now, and I think this is problematic. Problematic. So let's go ahead and just step on the gas. How about that? Let's keep Zcash chart right there in the middle so we can keep an eye on it. This is the only thing I'm letting them trade. Why? Well, I've been watching this volume thing over the past few weeks. No, not few weeks, but you've seen Zcash, the volume going crazy over the past few weeks. And this is an AI agent. This says resolve Stark resolve. So maybe I'll change this if things change. But Zcash looks like the easiest thing to trade for our agents. So I just want to make it easy, you know, easy because trading is very hard. So make it as easy as possible by picking the right symbol. Bro, do you have a Discord? I want to learn all this, man. You're a father. Welcome to the father world. Well, I'm not a father, but yeah, just go to this website here. Go to this website, scroll down and put your email in, and I'll send you access to a roadmap and Discord. So if you go put your name and email address in my website, I send you this welcome email that has a roadmap and Discord. This is where I teach you how to automate your trading, but you don't have to join. You can just put your name and email here, and I'll send you this roadmap, free algo trading roadmap that will show you step by step how to automate your trading. Okay, changes to both Tape ZC Big Hyperliquid and Tape ZC. Now they create a data folder, added a 4-hour rolling window cleanup. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get it, dude. I want to see all the trades. I want my agents to see all the trades. All right, dude. Have fun. Sierra Madres. Buen provecho. If you're gonna eat, dude. Well, have a good day. Have a great day, bro. All right, spam the chat with 1 if you're interested in this test. Again, next couple months, I want to test a few variations of AI agents becoming a committee, a quant firm committee, essentially. And I'm not going to just pass them in regular buy, sell, this, that, whatever. I'm going to have them have some actual ideas behind them, and throw the 1 in the chat just so I can get some guidance on if you guys want to see this. I'll use 10K size balance and probably 10x leverage here just to keep the thrill high. And the thing is I don't want to ever have it trade over 10x leverage. I think 10x is too much anyways, but I think this is going to be interesting to see if agents can handle it and see what happens to this balance. But yeah, throw a 1 in the chat if this is something you want to lock in on and see me build kind of a AI agent quant firm. Okay, so we now updated that. And by the way, a lot of this code I'm going to be using today is in the GitHub. So just go to Moondev AI agents, Just type in the Google AI agents, Moondev, and you can have all this, or not all of it, but a lot of this code I'm building. A lot of it. I'm not gonna put like a trading bot in here because I just there's a little like liability low key to be open source trading bot, but I do have pretty much all the functions I'll be using here. If you go to data, if you go to agents, models, scripts, oh, right here. So I'm going to be coding for Hyperliquid today, and I pretty much have all of the functions I'll be using in this nice funcs file of Hyperliquid. So I don't want to leave you out. I want to make sure that you have all of the code needed to build whatever you believe in, but I don't want anything plug and play because then you guys will be mad at me if it loses money. So let me just lose some money. Okay. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Let's get it. Okay. So now you can see perfect. That's fine there. Yeah, go ahead and knock out the 4 high priority ones. Okay, let's get the terminal open here. I need to figure out where is my no markets. Let's close some of these. Okay, here we go. Let's put her. Well, she can't go over there now. Let's make her smaller. Let's close her. She was, oh, fudge. Okay. Close her. Okay, there we go. We can see that again. Can't see the website clearly? What do you mean? You're not able to see the website. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Can't see the website clearly. Okay, so now we got that set up. Beautiful. Don't need this printed. We don't need this printed in either of them. Keep that just in the background. Thank you. Now, if you want to automate your trading, join the bootcamp. The link is in the description. I also just put it in the chat in case you don't want to join the bootcamp, but you want a bunch of good value. I'll show you everything, not everything in the roadmap, but I'll point you in the right direction. Let's say that. Okay, so both files have removed that. Beautiful. All right, so we got 10K balance here and no trades so far. We haven't done anything yet. No trades. That's good. I don't want them to trade a lot. I don't want this to be high frequency. Bro, the website for the guide. You can't see the website? Damn, dude. So he says he can't see this website. Can you guys see this website? He said, bruh, the website for your guide Oh, okay, okay. You're on Twitter, maybe. So there's no like it doesn't send the link. But just go to my profile. The link's in the not in the description, but first link. I was like, "What you mean, bro?" I sent it in the chat. Here's the link right here. Algo Trade Camp. Click that. Be resourceful once in your life, dude. I'm just messing with you, bro. Oh, bless you. 777. He's a funny guy. Okay, so now we're tracking all that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Spam the one in the chat. Spam the one in the chat if you want to see this challenge. See this AI quant firm trading 10K, trying to run it up to a billion. I'm gonna do 3-4 months of this, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at those results and compare them versus just straight bots, no AI. I think that's gonna be super interesting. Okay, so I think the next thing I want to do here is this. Stay on here. I think what I want to do is I have this tool here. Okay, let's do that. All right, so you can see the limit entry tool, right? What I want you to do is make a new file for this, and I want it to be the exact same functionality where when you just hit enter, it will go ahead and look at those rules. And if it's time, then it will go ahead and enter, but I want to put a step in between this. So essentially that step is going to be after all of the things are checked. For example, it's like a couple down bars or whatever. After those things are confirmed, I want it to then ask this AI swarm. I want it to grab the last 50 bars of 5-minute data and then ask this AI swarm to respond yes or no. You are a quantitative trader. Please look at this data here and respond with yes or no if we should take this long only trade. There's no shorting, it will be long only. So if you think it's a good time to enter the market, respond yes. If you think it's a bad time, respond no. Okay, so you're going to make this new file. It's going to be called enter limit AI, right? And so there's already rules in that entry. But then on top of that, it's going to ask this swarm, and you're going to get the response back. We want all of the responses back from each AI. Okay. And then we also want the consensus response. And we'll have a test mode. This test mode will not put in any real trades, and it will, well, no. It's the test mode will essentially put a sleep after the AI make their decision of 5 minutes so I can see it. Also in the test mode, it will always ask the AI whether or not the other metrics have been hit. So in the real mode, it will wait until our rules are hit. So I think there's a couple of rules, like it has to be under the bottom, it'll be have to be in the bottom half of the range, and there has to be a couple red bars. But that's the live mode. In the test mode, we won't even look at that. This will allow me to rapid test this and make sure that it actually works, the AI consensus and what we get in response. So put it in test mode for now, make a new file. And then here is a path. This is an external path that you'll have to use in order to call the AI swarm. It's in a GitHub. It has all my keys already set up and all that good stuff. So you have everything you need. Okay, now this is in the GitHub, dude. I'm going to use this AI swarm. So if you go to AI agents on GitHub, you go to agents here. I'm going to use this swarm agent because this swarm agent has connections to all the AIs in the world, and I'll be able to swap them out however I'd like. So let's go ahead here and say swarm agent. And you can see I can connect to all the different AIs. OpenRouter, GPT-5, Quinn, Olama, XAI, etc., etc. So yeah, dude, this is gonna be fire. He says, "Imagine this works." What's up, Dollar? Good to see you. Good to see you. Spam the ones, dude. If you want to see this, me build a AI quant firm with not just like basic, hey, buy this or buy that. I want it to be better than that. So I'm gonna iterate. I think month 4 will be better than month 1, but we'll see. Right now is month 1. And I'll probably do this for a few months. Throw the 1 in the chat if you want to see this, and then we'll compare it against just regular algo trading for the next few months. I don't know. We'll see. But I think building an AI agent quant firm could be kind of interesting. Okay, so Jared wants to see it. If I get enough ones in the chat, dude, then I will I'll keep showing this. I'll keep showing this. And we'll have a real account here. You can see it has 10K in it. And it's gonna take real positions using AI. But not just the silly way, bro. I'm Taxi says he wants to see this. Okay, just keep spamming the ones because that tells me you actually want to see this, and this is very dangerous stuff and it's real money on the line. So I only am gonna show this side if you guys truly want to see it. So I need a lot of ones in the chat today. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if I can get that file path here. The AI agents for trading. Okay, like I showed you on the screen right now, you can see I'm using that same agent, the swarm agent, because everything I'm building here with AI agents, I'm keeping open source. The trading bot stuff, I'm not going to just open source that because that's kind of scary, in my opinion. Like, you got to really learn this stuff before you run a trading bot. So if you go through my boot camp and you learn this stuff, okay, I got a bunch of code and bots in there, examples that you can build your own stuff out of. But nobody's going to ever give you a plug and play, make $1 million overnight. You can read through the website. Links in the description if you do want access to that. Before you get started, ask me any clarifying questions so we can make sure that we are on the same page. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to be trading Zcash only. You can see the funding rate's -47. There is a whale in there that is short, clearly. But on Hyperliquid, it's 10.95, so that's pretty normal. Is that foolproof? Absolutely not. So just be careful. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Before I build this, let me clarify a few things. Swarm agent usage. How do I call swarm agent? What functions should I import? I gave you the file path. I don't know the answer to how to call the swarm agent. You got the file path, go explore. It takes the model. There's like you'll have to explore that whole GitHub to see how it goes, but there's like a model folder that shows you how to do all that stuff. And let me know if you have any questions after going through there. The consensus agent should give us the consensus. So, while we'll print out all the answers just to kind of see them, I think the consensus agent already does that. So essentially, if you look at that code, it's going to be like 6 agents or maybe more, maybe less, but the last agent will go ahead and bring up the consensus vote for that. For the 50 bars, whatever the AI will be able to read the easiest. I don't need their reasoning, just their yes, no. So let's be very specific in that prompt that we just want a yes or a no return. Yeah, get the real data still, get the balance. Test mode, the only difference will be that it's just going to bypass those requirements we have about the couple bars down and the middle half of the bar or range. And then we'll also add the sleep in there so I can catch it before it tries to put in anything. Live mode will just be how it is now, but with the AI agents to answer that question after it's already hit the it's already gone through the filters we have, which are like bottom half of the range and a couple bars down or whatever. Live mode logic by AI consensus. Yes, and that's correct for number 7. If in live mode, if all technical rules pass, but the AI consensus says no, we skip the trade. Yes. Should it be named limit entry AI? Absolutely. All right, dude. There she goes. So she's going to be working on that. What tools are you using? I'm using Cursor. Bro, I want to see this. Honestly, you're a beast. I like the way you think. Thank you, dude. Much love to you. Let's get it. Lock in. Lock in. Think this is going to be a good little few months series here to see if we can crack this whole LLM trading thing. LLMs replacing, quant devs or a team, analysts, etc. You'll see everything I build here. This is going to be fire. I use I use just Mac terminal. I use Cursor and Claude Code. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and this is a new Hyperliquid account, so I'm going to take a quick position real quick and probably lose 10 cents. That's okay. Because you have to like activate it or whatever. Okay, perfect. So you can see my position now up there. Let's go ahead and work on this so I can fix it. Let's update this so instead of that whole long thing above, we can just say short. And I'm not going to be okay, so that's how I'll do it here. I don't need the percentage. Dude, I just gave you the Discord, bro. You're so funny, bro. Go to the website. Link is in the description or on my Twitter for pin post. Put your name and email in. Taxi, come on, bro. I've created limit entry AI. Okay, beautiful. This is for the funding rate and port.py. Okay, so let's read through this first. So I've created limit. Oh, I could just hit it. I've created limit entry AI with all the features you requested. Undev test. Okay, skips technical rules, down bars, price range check. Okay, always ask AI swarm for decision. No real trades will be placed. 5 minutes sleep after AI decision so you can review. Still gets real data and checks balance. Live mode. Test mode equals false. Okay, checks technical rules first. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Only ask AI if technical rules pass. Gets last 50 bars of 5-minute data. Okay. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if this. I'm getting wrecked already, but it's okay. I just had to activate the Hyperliquid account essentially. I don't want the position. I don't want the word position there. We will only have it say no position if there's no position. Otherwise, I just wanted to say short 1 ZEC and then the PNL. By the way, it's funny that I took a short for the first trade because I'm not gonna allow them to short. I don't think that's something I want to do in the first version of this because I think shorting is going to be hard for them and they'll get blown up. I think shorting is just harder. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. So short 1 ZEC. So you can see my exact portfolio. Can you throw a 1 in the chat if you can see my balance and my position? Just, I want to make sure that's all. Can't see it. Nobody can see it. Nobody can see it. Okay, maybe I need to make it bigger. Okay, Freddie can see it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now it says Moondav, ZK, Zcash. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm down $2. Moondev Zcash AI. Call it that. Bro, are you slow, dude? Taxi? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll explain it one more time for the people that ain't listening in the chat. He's being snarky with me too. I try to give him the world. I give you a free GitHub. I give you a free roadmap, dude. You better say I'm sorry quick, dude. You better say I'm sorry quick. I'm Taxi. You acting like your child. Bro, I showed you. You don't have to pay for the bootcamp. Go here, put your name and email address in there, and I'll send you this free roadmap that is better than any algo trading book you've ever read. There is so much information on here. It's free. The Discord. Actually, matter of fact, don't join our Discord. you some problems, bro. You already problems for me. Don't join our Discord. But anybody else, if you want this roadmap for free, just go to the website link in the description and you can put your name and email in here, and you don't have to join the bootcamp. You don't have to pay for it. So you can just click this button and then it will be sent to your email address. This roadmap that will show you step by step, like what my best videos are, answer any frequently asked questions, show you my trading system here, a bunch of alpha generation techniques, a book list, a bunch of agent stuff. What up, Dan? How are you, bro? Good work. Been watching you. Thank you, dude. Thank you. He said, legend. I'll try it now. You said that last time. You said that last time, bro. That's funny. You're a funny guy. You know that? Okay, and then also what I want to do here is I need some sort of alert here when copy path. All right, so when there is a sell over 250,000 on either of the two tapes we have, the hyperliquid liquid one or the regular one, this is only a sell, not buy. And I know these are all compacted. I mean, like, it's the sweeps equal 1. Anyways, when it's over, no, when it's blinking. So whatever our metric is to make it blink, that's when we'll play this sound when it blinks. Actually, I don't need that. I don't need that. I think that's silly. I think that's silly. I think that's silly. Go to the roadmap and I can explain all of the questions you got here. So like one question that I get a lot is, can you explain everything on their screen? It's in the roadmap. But nah, actually I won't talk to you anymore because you kind of being rude, bro. I told you like 12 times you ain't listening, and then you're like, oh, you need me to pay you. I don't need you to pay me anything, bro. You never had to join anything around here. I believe Code's a great equalizer. I share everything for free for 4+ years on YouTube for free. I know crypto motherfuckers be moving fast and stuff, but tranquilo, papi. I don't love you. I don't love you back. 777. I could have loved you. We could have been friends, Taxi. But you had to get a little snarky with me. Okay, so perfect. So Zcash AI. Beautiful, beautiful. So the next thing I want to do is I want to test this out now. So remember, we just made this new file. And essentially it's limit entry, copy path. And I'm going to say Python, run it. Okay, you can see here. Okay. Okay, so look at this. I built this out and essentially it sits here and says, press enter to check AI swarm for Zcash entry. Okay. Let's see what it does. Test mode, skipping. Okay. So it's gonna be simple right now, just asking for the entry, but I'm not gonna even ask it until it hits my metrics. In reality, I'm testing it. So calling in parallel, it's calling all these agents in parallel. It's using the agent, the swarm agent that's in the GitHub right now. It's 100% free for taxis, bitch ass. AI swarm approved, proceeding with entry. Interesting. Okay, no votes. 3 unclear. Yes is 60%. That looks like 50% to me. Unclear votes. Unclear. What's number 4 looking like? Okay, so I do need more information. For the voting, I actually do need a little bit more information because this unclear makes me very skeptical. And I would say this is not 60%. I would say this is 50% in this situation. Consensus decision says yes. The majority consensus leans towards entering a long, with 4 AI models voting yes and 2 voting no. This indicates a clear preference for bullish sentiment, despite some okay. Let me fix that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now unclear votes count in the total. So 3 unclear. Okay. So I hit R. Let's go ahead and look at this. Look at the code here to see what type of prompt it is sending in. Entry canceled. AI Swarm said no. So no votes, no votes. The consensus leans on entering a long position with 4 models recommending no compared to 2 saying yes. This majority disagreement highlights caution due to mixed signals and price data. Overall, prevailing advice is to avoid a long entry. Okay. So I just want to keep trying this. And again, all of this code's in GitHub for the Swarm agent. I'm not putting my bots on GitHub for obvious reasons. But this Swarm agent is on there. So let's look at the prompt here. Put the prompt of the AI in the top of the code so I can edit it easily. Okay, they said no again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice. And then for the funding rate and port, please get the USDC value of Zcash for that final line. So it will say short the dollar amount of Zcash instead of the number of Zcash. Ironic that I'm shorting here. This is just to activate the account on Hyperliquid. And I'm not letting these AIs short. I'm not letting them short. So let's just burn this first 10 bucks here on a Zcash short. Burn it, dude. Okay, done. So it should say, okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and see that. Nice. There we go. So short 719.02. Don't we don't need decimal places in that. So for that last line, just make it round it. Nice. There we go. Go ahead and update that. Okay, 720 Zcash. Perfect. Okay, now we can turn off. We can turn this off. This test mode off because I think this is Gucci now. So let's go and say limit entry here. And let's go say test mode default. Okay, percent size all in every time. That's so sketch. Duration, intervals, ordering. So I built this the other day to limit into things over time. Okay, let's go ahead and see if the AI swarm works now. I mean, it shouldn't actually even call it because there needs to be down bars. So this is gonna sit here, and then I'm gonna be able to say whenever, and we'll automate this process too. I'll do a ton of different tests. I want to just test a bunch of things like, okay, let's see how it works with somebody directing it. Let's see how with no direction. Let's see how with 6 AIs. Let's see how with 1 AI. All these tests, if you want to see them, go ahead and smash. I'll throw a 1 in the chat. Throw a 1 in the chat because my idea here is to test all of these different ideas and then compare them like how's 1 AI versus 5 AIs, how's 5 AIs versus AIs plus a human, how is 3 AIs versus 5 AIs plus a human, how is 1 AI plus a human versus just trading bots, you know? So all of these questions I have, and I'm just going to try to build all of this in open source here live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So throw that 1 in the chat if you are interested in all of that. And if I get enough 1s in the chat, I will just keep sharing this. Of course, this is real money. So I have to be very careful. I got to make sure to show this disclaimer often. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Somebody said double top for Zcash. Okay. One day, yo, what's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out this second bot here. And I don't think there's anything I want to do with this one. In particular, I want it to just be a risk control. So essentially, let's go ahead and explain it. Can you go ahead and explain my risk.py file and the functionalities behind it? So I have a pretty much, it won't allow the AIs to short first off. So I need to always find the symbol that is trending upward. Now we're in a bear market, so it's hard to find a trending upward symbol, but Zcash has been trending. Somebody did just note it's a double top. We'll see if that is a thing or not, but you know, I'm just not going to let them short. Period. Okay, so you can see runs continuously in the background, runs in a loop. It checks max loss 5%, 60%. This all changeable. Count drawdown 99%. So we'll have to change some of these things, but let's go ahead and do that. So let's go to risk.py here and say count drawdown. Let's say what can their biggest drawdown be in a day? 25%. Stop loss, let's make that like 20% or 15%. I don't know. It's gonna be using leverage, so I don't know about these either, but these are just risk controls. We'll have them also have their own risk controls within it. Okay, I'll say later here. Beautiful. So, and then also I believe it says fail safe, risk check, drawdown protection, stop loss and take profit monitor, short position killer. Okay. What it does, scans for any short positions and closes them immediately. So if it sees I'm in a short position, it's just going to get me out of there immediately. So I think that's pretty slick. I think that's a good risk control here for these agents because I don't know. I don't want them to short. I just don't want them to short. And this may be slower, but that's okay. And now that I think about it, not allowing to short in a bear market is a recipe for getting wrecked, but we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. So everything is active here. I've got the account activated. And now if I run this, it's just mathematically harder to short. So there's less upside to shorting. So I'm unleashing this is an experiment. So I don't want to run an experiment with things I know are harder to do. I want to make this as easy as possible for the AI because I think they're gonna need a lot of help. I think they're gonna need a lot of help. But that's what we're testing. We'll start with that, and maybe later, maybe next month or next test, I'll say short only, or I'll do long and short. They gotta earn my trust before I allow them to short. You know, I would rather them sit in cash and not trade than short. So okay, so now I've got these pretty much two buttons here. I've got this thing. Okay, so I can say Python, um, Python limit risk, limit exit, I believe. And then if I hit enter here, it's gonna check. Well, no, this isn't it. This is something else, but this is fire too. I built a couple tools yesterday actually. Just wanted to test this out, test this idea out. Okay, so I got the risk file right here. And I can run that, but also I have this. So this limit exit tool, which is interesting. I want to see how I can have the AIs play into that. I'll be right back. I just gotta take a whiz. Automate your trading so you can remove all emotions and all in-game decisions. I totally up and down and trying to kind of guess which way the charts are going to go, and you make some money, you lose some money. But the things that really hurt when you're in a trade for so long, you just keep staring at it and you're watching it go against you, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stay up a little bit longer, stay up a little bit longer, and then you get liquidated because you're using too much leverage. You're a human being. It's not your fault at all, dude. We're built to be beautiful human beings with emotions. And if you've ever gotten in a fight with a friend or a spouse or whatever, you know that when your emotions hit, you cannot think clearly. So why do we trade by hand when we're using, our life savings to trade? And we know for a fact when emotions hit, you cannot think logically. And that's directly from a Stanford professor. So I went ahead and I started to show my whole algo trading process step by step live on YouTube every single day. And what came from that is I got really good at algo trading, even though I did not know how to code when I first got started. So everybody was like, Moondev, please build a boot camp or some way to teach this in short, concise videos, because your lives, they're awesome, but you're in the middle of a project every single day. And I apologize for that. But in order for me to chase this guy who ran up a net worth of $31 billion, his name is Jim Simons. And in order for me to keep chasing him, I can't just sit here and make all of my YouTube lives teaching segment, right? So what I did is I put everything into a boot camp with short, concise videos that show you step by step how to automate your trading. Even if you don't know how to code, you can remove all of your emotions and automate your trading. So for the rest of your life, anytime you have a trading idea, I'll show you how to backtest it and see, does it work in the past? If it works in the past, well, it's much more likely to work in the future. And then if it works in the past, you can build it into a small bot. I show you how to build a bot. I show you how to code. I show you how to backtest. I show you how to use AI. I pay for your AI. All of the latest models, I continue to update. You get free AI. In the next 15 days, I will hold your hand step by step in the process of automating your trading, so you never have to click those buttons again. You never have to have those late nights where you're just staring at the charts again. You can trust that your bots will do the trading for you. Whatever strategy that you put in, it will execute to a T. It will never disrespect your stop losses. It will never disrespect your take profits. None of that. You'll learn step by step in the next 15 days. And I give you a ton of code, a ton of examples. And on top of that, dude, this is very, very, very important. Doing this alone is a challenge. Doing it with hundreds of others is so much easier. We're in here sharing ideas, suggestions, algos, strategies, etc., all in a private Discord that you get access to, members only. You get access to it when you do join the bootcamp. So go ahead and check out this website. I know the website's a little ugly looking, but I'm a back-end developer building algos. The website does not matter. What matters is the content that's in it. I'll show you step by step how to automate your trading. And on top of that, there's a 100% money back guarantee. No questions asked. Just put your email in here and I'll send you a free gift of a roadmap. And I'll get you inside of the public Discord as well. Super simple to do. There's a 100% money back guarantee. What I want you to do right now is click the link in the description. Click that link in the description right now. Go read everything on this page, everything you will get. You'll learn exactly how to automate your trading in the next 15 days. And then go read what other people who have actually gone through the bootcamp have to say. Go read all of these testimonials. And if you really, really want to dive deep into the proof, go ahead and Google Algo Trade Camp reviews. Someone was so kind to go through the boot camp and he was like, this is so good, I'm gonna leave a review. And then what happens after that? A bunch of other people have left reviews. So you can see all the reviews here. And dude, there's no reason for you not to be inside the boot camp, to step on the gas with me and hundreds of other algorithmic traders that all started where you started. Don't know how to code, need to automate my trading because I'm too emotional or I have too many other things going on. You'll see exactly how to automate your trading in the next 15 days. And like I said, there's a 100% money back guarantee. So there is no risk. It is so much less risky than you clicking buy or sell ever again. So make sure to click that link below and I'll see you inside the private members area. Automate your trading. All right, so we're back. Okay, so what else do we need to do here? So I've got this ready. Beautiful. I've got the account activated. When you start a new account on Hyperliquid, you do have to put in one trade to activate it, really. And I've got this going. So this can just sit here and wait, really. And let's go ahead and test our script that will take us out, essentially, if we're ever in a short. And this should take us out of this position fully. So let's go ahead and try it. I was going to wait for a more opportune time, but now that's hand trading. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll give it a little bit more time here. So I think that essentially, let me go ahead and make sure. I want to look through my notes here because I have some other ideas that I want to. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do, dude. That's definitely what I want to do. Liquidation here. You heard that? I really like looking at this data here because I can see when people are entering and exiting. Okay, so that's kind of what the next idea I want to build here. You can see this guy just shorted at 585, or sorry, yeah, at 725. So my hypothesis here is that here I should build an agent for that. That's what I should do. But my hypothesis is that market makers just want to get as many people wrecked as possible. So now I see at 718 and 725 that somebody entered a short position. So what's going to happen there? Right? Or that could have been a liquidation as well. So I need to answer those questions. I need to answer those questions. How am I going to do that? Well, let me see if I can find that dashboard because that was slick and it'll give me all the ideas I need. Not ideas, but the Hyperliquid liquidation dashboard. Yep. Copy path. Copy repo path, dude. CD. Been there, B. Code dot. Dot py. So if I say app.py copy path here, I say new CD up in there, then Python. Well, I got to conda activate tflow, Python. It's not it. Hey, where is that? Dashboard, API, data, bots. Look at all these buyers here. Okay, so a lot of people just bought here. 1.1 million, 1 million, 3.6 million. So at 728, there's a lot of buyers. So this is either liquidations or people longing here at 728. And how much is that? That's 613, 1.3, 2 billion. Then here's a 3.6 billion. So that's 5.6. Okay. The 6.6, then 7.6, 8.6, 9.6, 10.6. So like 10 million. So this is interesting to me. And I don't know. I'll probably build this in 10 million longs at that price. So again, if my thesis is they're trying to wreck as many people as possible, there's 10 million, but then you can see these shorts here as well. So that takes off a little bit, maybe like 9 million. And does this actually work? I don't know. We'll see. Does that make sense to you? So what I want to do here is this, but I need to find that file first. So let's go ahead and try to find that trading bots here. Okay. People's positions. Copy path here. So with the Hyperliquid trades, um, what I want to do is I want to store their wallet address. I want to store their wallet address when their trades come in. And then I want to have another file that does something similar to this file here that essentially tracks their positions. So essentially we'll be collecting everybody who trades on this Zcash. I want to collect all of their positions. I want to see every single position that they're in. So anybody that ends up on that tape ZEC big Hyperliquid, only the big ones, of course, will index their wallet address, and then we'll build a monitoring tool that's made up only of these ZEC traders, and I'll be able to see all of their positions. We don't need to pull addresses from anywhere else. This file is an example so you can copy over, and the big change will be that we're pulling from our tape ZEC big Hyperliquid, pulling their actual address, which is in there, and saving all those addresses. Only need to save it once, of course. And then we'll make a dashboard just like this one I'm sending you, but only with those Zcash ones. You can see somebody else just bought for 730,000. So there's a lot of longs adding right here. So we'll see what happens. I would say that longs adding at the top is a bad sign for the longs. But again, I'm just a human being and I don't know anything more than you do. Could just come up with ideas. But there is a short here that needs to get blown up. There's negative 47%. So they might blow up my short, and that's okay. It's okay. This is my test bid. I put, what is it, 30 bucks? It's 60 bucks. Okay, so let's go here. Perfect. I understand. Before I build it, I need to clarify a couple of things. Looking at the tape, trade includes these files. You'll have to kind of recreate the tape, I guess, because that is from Hyperliquid. So they do give us the user's address. We just have to pull it. So if I have to restart that, that's fine. You would have to get their wallet address. 777 taxi. Now I'm liking you, bro. Now you're talking my language, dog. Good to see you. Good to see you finally lock in with the Sevies, bro. 777, dude. Okay, you can see a lot of big traders here coming in on Zcash. Holy smokes. Oh my God. People are getting liquidated or something. This guy just 7.16 million. That's probably the whale that's been holding this Binance funding rate here. We'll see. 7 million. So let's try to count the 7, 9 million, 11 million, 12 million. So another 12 million, but then deduct the 1.5, 2 million, 3 million. So another 12 million. There's like I would say 20 million plus logs right there. So damn, that's crazy. I want to see if that changes the funding rate at all, or is he still in there? So what that high or low funding rate tells me is that there's a short in there that they need to liquidate. So I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes up really hard, liquidates them. At some point, I just don't know where that short's at. That funding rate was way more yesterday, less or more, whatever you want to call it. So essentially, she's gonna recreate this tape thing. I think this is gonna be sick because I'm gonna see everybody's positions that trades big on Hyperliquid. I'm gonna get some jumps in because I didn't work out today. I got right to the bag. I was building like crazy yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but I wanted to get today's stuff set up so we could do this. Got it, Moondev. Hyperliquid does provide the address in their fills data, but I need to use a different API endpoint. Let me rebuild the tape, capture the address. Nice. What I do like about trading by hand with small size or this AI agent, what we're building here is it gives me a ton of ideas. So like I just spoke through that idea there that what does this mean, dude? What does that many people getting liquidated mean? So I like this exercise. I haven't traded by hand in years and I don't recommend it other than like kind of just like I don't know, you go like put some cards on the table and get ideas going, right? So I'm using like tiny size that doesn't matter. But this is good. This is a good practice. We'll see at least. I have such a long list of ideas while I was just building some of this infrastructure yesterday and just like putting in these tiny trades like 20 bucks, whatever, 50 bucks. I actually think it might be profitable ish as long as you keep your size to a minimum. It's not profitable in the sense that you're going to get wrecked if you trade by hand. In my opinion, you're going to lose all your money if you trade by hand. But the one justification I can see to trading is if you use tiny size just to get your head in the game, essentially, and get some positions on. So again, even with bots, I mentioned use tiny size. But if you need for the R section of my RBI system, research, backtest, and implement, research, you can kind of data mine. And data mining is not great, but just playing around in the market, testing some ideas, and then coming back the next day and testing them with code. I think that is the only way to hand trade. If you're going to use like tiny size like I am right now. Like I think my margin is, yeah, it's like $100. I'll be all right. But if I get a list of 50 ideas off that $100 of trading, that's so worth it to me because one of those ideas is going to print. Okay, so let's go ahead here and see. Perfect, Moondev. I've created your Zcash trader monitoring system. What I built: trade Zcash with addresses, pulls hyperliquids fills every 5 seconds for Zcash. Nice. Saves wallet addresses here. Okay. Um, keeps 4-hour rolling. Zcash traders monitor reads that. Is there any way you can combine these files so I could just run one file? You see all these buys back or sells, shorts. People are shorting here. So people are shorting here. That 1.5, 2 million. This guy bought here though, so it's a little ambiguous. Interesting. Yo, Jibby, what's up, dude? How are you, bro? Got a fun day for you. Well, I'm actually gotta get ghost here pretty soon, but we're getting this all set up because I think this is gonna be interesting. Thesis is if I layer in a few AIs, different departments, essentially I'm trying to recreate Wall Street here, like a firm, and have like a volume agent swarm, a risk agent swarm, and then I put little algos in front of them. I want to go ahead and see if they can trade. Okay, not just asking the AI buy or sell. Good to see you too. Okay, so perfect. I combined everything into one file. Zcash traders complete. Beautiful. So 20 million of longs are here, and the hypothesis is if that many longs get in up here, market makers want to liquidate everybody. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a mere mortal like you, my friend. Okay, let's go out here and say let's get this a little wider. Okay. And then liquid 2025 Zcash traders complete copy path. Conda activate T-Flow, bro. CD up in there, B. CD up in there. Python. Reddit. Thread 1 is collected. Thread 2. So it needs to wait for a trade to happen. Okay, there's a trade that happened. It's over 10,000. Another trade over 10,000. Can you add a little debugging to the trades? Because I'm watching them come in on the tape ZEC big hyperliquid, but I'm not seeing any of the stuff populate on the file that I read in here. So since those are similar ways of catching the trades, I feel like there should be populated. So let's debug a little bit. AKA from that one thread, print out the trades over 10,000. Because those are the ones that we should go ahead and get their address from and start monitoring. Okay, looks people are shorting here. Remember, there's 20 million of trapped longs right here. Got some liquidations coming through here. Okay, perfect. I've added extensive air. That's why. You can see this is probably why. Let's look at ZEC. ZEC or tape. Tape ZEC big hyperliquid. You can see it's working in here, which is the weird thing. Compacting, dude. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna take a little jumping session then. She gonna compact, bro. She gonna compact. I'm gonna get compacted. That sounded hella sus. My abs are gonna get tight, bro. I'm jumping all day jumping. I'll jump with you all day, bro. Compacting. You compact, I'll jump. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. What API platform you use for the trading? He said for real. My bad, bro. My bad for being sus on a Sunday. What API? This is using Hyperliquid API. Yeah. All right. I'm getting my jumps in, dude. This is hella hard, but it feels good. I'll fix the 422. Okay. Post the WebSocket. Like it's working there. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Let's get it, dude. All right, let's test if our risk controls work. It should never let me short. So if it ever sees me in a short, it should get me out immediately. So Moondive alert, short position detected. So it should get me out. Perfect. See if it actually does. You can see it's trying to get me out. It's trying to get me out. It's trying to get me out because I'm not allowing these agents to short. I just put on that test position to get the account active. Okay, it's out of the position. So there we go. So I'll keep this running forever. It says position closed successfully, verifying all short positions are closed. It does not allow me to short. So I just put that in for the test just to get it, not a test, but to activate it. I don't know if you've used Hyperliquid before, but essentially you gotta like activate your account essentially. So now everything will work fine. And now I want to make sure to stay alive as long as possible here. So I don't want to blow up this account immediately. Have these agents just blow up the account day one. So I have this this here. Let's go ahead and get this going. Risk. Say first off risk. Let's change this to the cash only. And kill price. Stop loss. Let's put it at 25%. And let's put the limit here, limit entry at maybe 5% to start. Okay, so now let's go ahead here. Well, let's put it at 10%. Let's have some fun. Let's go to hyper limit entry here. Okay, limit entry AI. Test mode false. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Live mode. Okay, so if I hit enter, it should now see if it's in the, I have multiple things already implemented in order for it to not just trade anything. So you can see it is asking the AI already. So that must mean, okay, there we go. So you can see 2 down bars, consecutive down bars. Okay, beautiful. And it's in the bottom half of the median range. Beautiful. So there is going to be so let's see what happens. Let's see what they say. So I got 6 agents here. They're gonna all look at this and then be like, "Yo, is this chill or not?" And there is some bias here, so I am giving some direction. You see, I have to hit enter for it even to run. So this is cool because essentially what it's doing is it has hard coded a couple things like, hey, let's make sure we're in the bottom half of the range, and then let's make sure there's been 2 red bars in a row. And then let's ask the AI on top of that. So you can see they said 5 no votes there. The overwhelming consensus across all AI models is a unanimous no, recommended against entering a long position. There is complete agreement with no dissenting opinions or notable disagreements among the responses. This clear consensus suggests strong collective caution regarding a long based entry on the provided data. So it canceled the order. So that's cool. I like it so far. That's fire, dude. That's fire because now it's like, okay, I could be the top dog here and say, okay, anytime I hit enter, let's check to see if it's time. Okay, I have a couple metrics in here that won't let me long in top of ranges. It won't let me um long on green bars. Yeah, so green bars and top of ranges. And then on top of that, I have to ask these 6 AI. And again, they said no. So, okay, sick. Let's just keep it pushing then. I'll just run this every once in a while. If I see an opportunity. Okay, I like this actually. I like this. This is smooth. Because as a human, I'm like, okay, buy the dip here, but what's going on over here? Okay. I think that could be cool actually to have the other environment have the other information. Excuse me, I can't speak, but so she's still working here. Okay. What's up, one? How are you, bro? So they did get the funding rate a bit down here with these liquidations up here. The 20 million of longs, 20x leverage on Binance means a 5% move would liquidate those longs. 10% or 10x leverage on Hyperliquid. 10x, okay. But I'm really interested in this thing I'm building here. Funding rate and port. If there's no position, we don't need to say position, no position. We can just say no position. Okay, so I've debugged it. Perfect. Here's what I fixed. Trade messages due. Okay. It's two addresses, buyer and seller. So update the tape big. Okay. Now extract some. Nice. Nice. So can you confirm that we're actually tracking the buyer and seller? Essentially, we're just trying to get as many addresses as possible to be able to see their liquidation amounts and whatnot. All good, bro. The new Kodak CLI is smashing. You like it better than Clarko, huh? That's fire. Without the AI's help, would have been up 2%, but that's okay. I'm curious. I want to just be a scientist about this, dude. I want to be a scientist about this. So if you want to see this, if you want to see me try to build out this AI quant firm, pretty much a bunch of AI swarms doing different things in order to make the best decisions possible. Throw the one in the chat so I can just see if you guys want me to come back with this tomorrow or just back to um, regular business. I think this is interesting, and I'm going to be building a lot of bots, pushing a lot to the open source GitHub here. I'm using the Swarm agent already today. This is all open source. I'm not going to put the actual bot in there, but I'll put all the tools I use for it, like the Swarm agent, which is absolutely fire. Okay, so confirmed. You got both. Beautiful. Okay, so this is running now. You can see somebody just bought Zcash, 537,000 worth. Okay, let's try to run this again. One. Okay, PG. Thank you, bro. Fetching positions for 9 traders. Nice. Don't need this anymore. All right, we don't need any of this debugging anymore now that we know it works. I wanted to as closely as possible resemble this dashboard here that's pretty much watching their levels. The reason I gave you that the tape was because I only want to watch the levels of people who are actually trading the Zcash. With that big move down, they didn't liquidate many longs at all. Well, I guess these guys, but I tell Codex to analyze Claude's ideas, and Codex has a good memory content. Okay, beautiful. Keeps Claude on track. Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and see if we can run this. What's up, dog? What up, bro? I love putting Easter eggs for myself, dude, because I like Halloween. I like the Halloween pumpkins. I also like the Easter eggs from Reese's. I love Reese's. What's up, dog? Okay, Moondive Zcash liquidation trader. Hey, that broke. Wait a minute. Am I running out of computer space? About this Mac. More info. No. You can see this is tape. ZEC big hyperliquid. Please make sure this doesn't happen again. 454 total positions. Damn. Also, for the Zcash traders complete, we should print out a dashboard exactly like this one here, but we're just using the Zcash traders. I can't see them. We'll only print out the Zcash positions too. So copy path here. And let's see, maybe this doesn't work. So here we have for my trade boss. Okay, yeah, you can see this. It's exactly what I want. It's exactly what I want, fam. Bam, let's get it. I see the issue. You're tracking 542 total positions, but the code is filtering only shows Zcash. Traders have other positions to show all their positions, not. No, I only wanted to show the Zcash positions, but it's not printing out any of the dashboard is the problem. There you go. There you go, bro. Fixed it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So 17 Zcash positions based off of all the traders that are trading right now. Yo, throw one in the chat if you want to see tomorrow this update for tomorrow. I'll let everything run overnight. There we go. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Why? Because now I can see everybody's positions. Wonderful. Okay, so for those positions that do print out, the top 30 long and top 30 short, can you make sure that they save to a CSV and name it something that's recognizable? Because later I'll give my AI agents access to these liquidation levels so they can make decisions based on them. Like, oh, you know, market makers are going to try to liquidate this guy, whatever. Okay, so now we can see the levels. So not only are we watching all the trades come through, but now we can see where they're liquidated at. So you can see his liquidation is at 850 on the short side. So that's pretty far. But it's not that far. Distance is 18%. You can see the long distance here is closer. So this guy's getting liquidated. He's got a Zcash size of 107,000. Okay, yeah, this is goated, bro. This is absolutely goated. So you can see he's got a position of 108,777. And his entry was 727. Tardio. Freaking Tardio, bro. We watched him enter too. And then this guy's enters 713. So he's got 10%, not 8%. And to liquidate this guy who's got 651,000. Oh my God, this guy's got an $8 million. Zcash is about to go to. Holy smokes, there's some unlocks up here, dude. This guy's got a $8 million Zcash position. This guy's got a $2 million Zcash position. But it's 57% away. Now they'll probably go liquidate this guy first. Liquidation's at 664, 665. Yeah, this is some crazy data to have, dude. Imagine if you're trading and you don't have everybody's liquidation level. That's the thing. That's the thing, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy. Competition. Knowing your competition's liquidation levels. That's some crazy data, bro. He's a data dog. I told you that. I've told you that. I've told you that. I don't have to tell you that again, dude. You could just see it every day you lock it. He's a data dog. He's got data you don't have. But he shows everything. You could do exactly what I do. But you could do it better, dude, because you are a good dude. And you want it just as bad as I do. This is Hyperliquid. You can't do it on Binance. Correct one. Correct hood. Correct. But what I can do on Binance is this. Let me show you what I'm doing in order to kind of account for this. Okay, so you can see here on Binance, I can see when people are making big trades. So if it's blinking in pink, it's kind of telling me like, okay, at this price at 721, we had a few $1 million of shorts enter. But what we saw earlier, I broke, but you could see, okay, at this price at 721, we had a few millions of longs enter too. So you can't quite see as much data, of course, but it's still pretty slick. But there are liquidations on both sides. Um, there's definitely liquidations on both sides. You can see here, liquidations. Is it even possible to turn 10K to 1 mil in AI trading? You'll have to come back and see, dude. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and build, and we'll see, dude. I've made $9 today. I'm just kidding, dude. This was a test trade just to get it all set up. All right. So if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to come back tomorrow because we'll really step on the gas. All right, let's get it, dude. So this is it. So 100 racks to Zcash. Why? Because Zcash is the trender. Will it go down? Absolutely. At some point, everyone will get liquidated. So this is a very dangerous game, but you like dangerous games. I do too. So let's go ahead and play it, dude. Be careful out there. This is not financial advice. I am no better than you. I don't know anything more than you. Maybe if I've been in algo trading longer, sure, I've discovered some things that you might not know yet, but you're a human like me. I'm a human like you. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So today I am going to give AI agents $100,000 position sizes on Zcash. Zcash simply because it is trending. I don't care about Zcash. Privacy is cool. I like the encrypted Bitcoin thing, whatever. But I'm more about just trading whatever's where the volume is. So my thought process here is this. I want to do a few of these challenges. Okay. So let me explain the challenge. And um, essentially, what I want to do here is I want to do a couple of these AI agents trading, and maybe I'll help them a little bit. You know, we'll have like 6 agents plus Moondev. So it'll be like a prop shop with agents making most of the decisions. Okay. So they're going to be making most of the decisions. I want to do like 5 tests of this. So I don't know if they'll be a week or a month each, but I want to do 5 tests of I'll put real money on the line, win or lose. I'll document it here live. I'll do it live. I'll build everything live. I'll put most of the stuff as open source in the GitHub. And then from there, I want to test to see how agents trade. And then in a few months, a couple months from now, I want to go ahead and then switch it up and build only bots, no AI. Because I think a lot of people right now are like, oh, AI is so sick. It can just trade for you, make $1 billion. So let's see that first. Let's spend a couple months just building agent stuff, agents trading, you know, asking LLMs to do this or that. Obviously, I'm going to do a little bit more sophisticated. I'm going to put a couple more ideas into it so they're not just blindly saying this or that. I don't think that's going to work very well. So I'm going to do this a few times. Make sure to subscribe, and we're going to test this. I'm going to document, okay, how do agents trade? A swarm of agents, whether that's 1, 2, 5, or 6, how do they trade versus just regular trading bots with no AI? So for this first, I don't know, couple months here, we're going to go ahead and build the agent stuff. So probably till the end of the year, and I'm going to document it. I'll probably lose some money. You can see the balance is 10K right now. I'll probably lose some money, but you know, I'm just trying to jinx myself. Let's see how these agents do. So you can see here, Binance funding position. Okay, so let's go ahead here and say, go ahead and remove the ZEC dash Moondev and just have it say Moondev and then a space between that and Binance funding and Hyperliquid funding, and then another line break between those and the balance and position. And just make it Binance funding HL funding. No need to put yearly. No need for the yearly. What's up, fam? Good to see you, 777. Lose it and learn why. The LMs can't trade well, LOL. Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. 777, Anna. Good to see you. The bootcamp is making me stronger in the backtesting every day. I'm tearing through the data and I'm a data dog. I say that high and I'm only 5 days in. Nice, fam. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to do here. Let's see here. I think I want to pull these in and change these out. So let's go to a new folder here. So I got my code here and I'm going to say new folder. I'm going to call this Zcash.